Hi lovelies, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a beautiful week and staying happy and safe and healthy. Comment down below, how has your week been so far? I'm hoping it's been a better week for you all and that you're all adjusting to this new but temporary lifestyle. I know that it's been quite challenging at times and I too have had my own ups and downs. I feel like I'm really getting the hang of it and I've adjusted pretty well over the last couple of weeks. That's why I wanted to share 20 ways to look after your mental health and well-being in this crazy time where we're all at home and self-quarantining. So I hope you find this video helpful, and if you do, thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, do subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time, and make sure you turn on the notifications bell as well. Now, I've broken down this idea of well-being into two categories. I've got mental well-being or mental and emotional well-being and physical well-being. So let's start with mental or emotional well-being. Now, the first tip I've included under mental or emotional well-being is to have your own go-to place of tranquility. Somewhere that you can go for some peace and quiet, whether that is your bedroom or a nice little meditation corner that you've created in another room. You need your own privacy because you might have your siblings or your family and your pets, and it's just feeling like a really chaotic house, and we all need somewhere that we can go. And I think that there's different ways of making a nice little space feel cozy and relaxing, whether that's playing some calming music with your headphones, lighting some candles, being able to close a door, make your own little fort, whatever it is. But we all need somewhere that we can go and retreat to when the rest of our life is getting a little bit much. It's also important that you don't expect yourself to achieve absolutely everything, and that's why I would say the second tip is to practice radical self-compassion. Knowing that we all have a lot going on, we're all emotionally trying to grapple with this whole situation and the uncertainty we're experiencing. We've got studies, or we've got work, and we've got family commitments and the people that we're living with, and you know, the lack of ability to access some of our old hobbies or lifestyle. So just know that this is not necessarily the time where you're going to be your absolute most productive, and if that's the case for you, that is so normal. So just accept that, be compassionate and say, you know what, I'm doing the best I can. This is a really challenging and unique situation to be in, and I think I'm doing a really good job. Now, I don't know if I've talked about this on YouTube. I definitely made a video on Instagram. If you're following me, if you're not following me, you can follow me at Study with Jess. But I talked about this technique called RAIN. RAIN stands for recognize, acknowledge or accept, investigate and nurture. So when we are in a really challenging, unique situation, we're experiencing a lot of change and also uncertainty, it's important to tune into our own emotions, make sure that we're acknowledging or validating how we feel and knowing how can we nurture ourselves, what do we need right now. So recognize, hey, I'm not feeling so great. And acknowledge or accept, you know what, yeah, this is how I'm feeling. Investigate, where are you feeling it? Do you feel really uptight or tense, or your shoulders, you know, you're wearing your shoulders like earrings up to your ears? Do you feel these butterflies in your stomach? So really understanding, what does that emotion that you're currently feeling feel like in your body, and accepting or acknowledging that, not trying to just distract yourself and push it down. And then nurturing, saying to yourself, what do I need right now? Do I need to ring a friend? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to just cuddle up to my puppy and put a blanket around me and watch Netflix and make a tea? Whatever it is, you're going to be the best judge for that. But I feel like the RAIN technique is one of the best, most healing ways to work through our emotions and come out the other end feeling a lot better. Another way to look after your mental or emotional well-being is to meditate. I do this every morning, and I personally like the Calm app, the 10 minutes of mindful meditation. But I also shared that my aunt had made a smiling meditation that I've been doing recently. She sent me a little 8-minute audio recording on WhatsApp, and I did share it on Instagram as well. I left it as a little swipe up link to a SoundCloud downloadable file. I think you could listen to it on SoundCloud. Basically, it's all about getting really calm and still and focusing on your breath, but then smiling and breathing that smile into your body and feeling that sense of positivity. So there are so many forms of meditation that you can try. It depends what works for you. I've tried a bunch of them and I sort of swap and change between them over time. But I do think meditating and having a moment of stillness every day is super important. Of course, it's also really important that you seek support. So if you feel like you need to chat to a psychologist, a counselor, so many health practitioners are still available to speak to online and video chat with. So just because you can't physically leave the house to go and see a psychologist doesn't mean that you can't access their help. There are so many forms of support that we can access, from YouTube videos to qualified practitioners, apps, emotional support from our family and friends. We are still able to access everything we need. It's just in a different way. And on that note, make sure you're keeping up with your social connections. So using platforms like Zoom and WhatsApp or FaceTime, or apps like Marco Polo and House Party, they're all great ways to stay in touch. And given that I'm not currently working at a co-working space, a couple of my girlfriends and I have set up a digital co-working space through Zoom, and we meet on Mondays. And it's also been really helpful just to feel that additional level of contact. I also think that sticking to my regular morning routine and even work routine, so sticking to those typical work hours, has been crucial in maintaining my mental health and well-being. So make sure that you're doing your best to stick to a schedule. Something I've done for a really long time is I have a list of different ways I can practice self-care. I used to have it at the back of my diary, and recently I just made a list when all this happened and I started to feel stressed out. I wrote down, okay Jess, here are all the things that you can do to feel better if you feel anxious or concerned or stressed out. So I wrote things down like art and craft activities, or take Winston for a walk, or have a bath, or do, a little skincare routine, or watch a movie. So either make a list of ways you can practice self-care, and keep up with them, do them regularly, pick something every day, or you can even make a little self-care toolbox and collate some of your favorite little things and activities and comfort items, and then keep it somewhere that you can see it every day and choose something out of that box on a regular basis. I did mention this in a previous video that while this virus is very contagious, so is fear. So just be mindful of the media consumption. Are you consuming news past the point of being informed, and now it's just bringing up a lot of anxiety for you? And if so, then pull back on that. And also just having healthy boundaries with how much you are engaging with social media, and that you are consciously consuming, not mindlessly scrolling. Also, just remember that humans like to feel in control. We don't like uncertainty. So if this is really impacting you a lot and taking a toll on your mental health, then find ways of bringing certainty into your life. Clean the house, organize a bookshelf, watch those organizational YouTube videos to get some inspiration. I have been doing that, and I found that really helpful because I do happen to be one of those people that like to be in control. I mean, we all like to feel a sense of control, but I know that I have a tendency to be a bit of a control freak, so that's really helped me. Also, having a creative outlet is a great way to release a lot of stress and anxiety that we build up over time. So immerse yourself in an activity like drawing or painting and watercolor. Find some little DIYs around the house that inspire you to get busy and create something for the home. I've done quite a few different DIYs. I share them a lot on Instagram, so if you want to see them, go follow me there at Study with Jess. But I made a little kokedama wrap plant that I've hung in the study. I painted some pot plants in the lead up to Easter. I've done a lot of really cool things, and I do notice that when I'm creative, I'm really mindful, and at the end of that activity, I definitely feel a lot better. Also, try and find some lightness and humor amongst all the heaviness. So watching really funny videos on Netflix, like those comedy shows, or just YouTube videos that make you laugh. Adam and I have been scrolling through TikTok. Not that I have an account yet, I haven't done anything, but we've been watching the funniest TikTok videos. Oh my goodness, and they really make you belly laugh. So find some lightheartedness in this dark time and bring a little bit of light into your day. And of course, if you're one to worry and think about the future, then take it day by day. I think that that's a really important lesson I have learned over time. When it comes to my mental health, I experience a lot of anxiety and fear because I'm thinking way too far ahead into the future about things that basically don't even happen. So take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And if one day at a time is too much, just break down that day, take it day by day or even hour by hour. And then of course we have physical well-being. So first thing I've listed is to exercise. I've been getting outdoors if you can, and obviously I'm recommending that you take the necessary precautions if there are different guidelines where you're living. But Adam and I and Winston go for a walk every single day. Most days it's been sunny, so we get that vitamin D, which naturally boosts our mood, but otherwise try and exercise daily, do something. I've also been doing some yoga at home, watching Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. Sometimes I'll just put on some music on my phone on Spotify, and I'll light some candles in the study, and I'll just kind of have like a moving dancing session, because I used to dance a lot and kind of like getting back into my body. So just think of different ways that you can be active. On that note, I was going to say that fresh air, 30 minutes of fresh air a day is so beneficial for you. So yeah, if you're going for a walk every day, then obviously you are getting fresh air. But if you can't go for a walk, or you don't feel comfortable going out, if you have a garden or a balcony or a little deck area, then sit outside in the sun if you can, or have your cup of tea outside. Change up your morning routine just so that you integrate a little bit of outdoor time every day. Now this next tip, it's weird because I feel like I'm eating less. Maybe I'm just forgetting to eat, or I'm getting really immersed in my work tasks at home that I'm not prioritizing it's mainly lunch times. I feel like I work through lunch a lot, and I'm trying to be better with that. I've actually put reminders on my phone to go off at 1 o'clock, like a little alarm that says break for lunch. Some people are overeating at home because they just keep going back for snacks. But either way, try and eat a healthy amount and be mindful of the food that you're consuming, that it's fueling your body, and staying hydrated. Keep a drink bottle on your desk or your nightstand. Keep, a cup of tea on your desk to remind you to refill it. That I'm pretty good with, because I do go through about 8 cups of herbal tea a day. But the food thing, I feel like I'm not eating an optimal amount right now. So I'm going to try and work on that and prioritize more breaks throughout the day so that I do eat more. Physical well-being also makes me think of the importance of physically pampering yourself. So doing a little skincare routine or face mask, or painting your nails, or just having a really nice relaxing bath, maybe with a bath bomb, or maybe with just like some Epsom salts. The magnesium helps your muscles to relax. I feel like self-care, but physical self-care, is something that I respond to really well. And I love getting massages, but unfortunately I can't do that. So I'm just trying to think of other ways to look after myself physically. A couple of things that come to mind is prioritizing a healthy sleep schedule. So having a good nighttime routine and making sure that you are going to bed at a reasonable hour so that you can get some deep sleep, that deep restorative sleep, which is not really the same quality as going to bed at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning. And it's really easy to go to bed later because we can wake up later since we don't have to commute anywhere. But I really think it's important to prioritize a healthy sleep schedule. And then 2 other things that came to mind. One is posture. Since we're working from home, you might be working in bed or on the couch or at the dining table, and even on the floor. So just make sure that physically you're not hunching over. If you are, be mindful of your posture and even do some stretches throughout the day. I feel like I'm constantly rolling my shoulders back. And then talking about work, it's so important that you get dressed in the morning. So even if you're not leaving the house, I really don't recommend that you just stay in your pajamas all day, that you wake up and whatever you've fallen asleep in, you just stay in for the rest of the day. Like, get up, shower, groom yourself, put on a little bit of makeup, do your hair, just feel a little bit more put together, and it really does help you to get into that work mindset. And then at the end of your work or study day, you can get into your PJs, pajamas, and it's another way to signal to your mind that you're done being in work mode or study mode, and now it's time to relax. If you look after yourself physically, it'll have a great positive impact on your overall well-being. So make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe, turn on notifications if you haven't already so you get notified when I post my new videos every week on a Tuesday night, Melbourne, Australia time. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Study with Jess for more content, live streams, IGTV, tips and inspo, and comment down below, how has your week been? I would love to know. I just want to check in with you all, and I hope that you're all doing okay and staying safe. I'll see you all next week with another video. And Winston has left, as you can tell, so he sends his regards. He says bye. I'm sure he does. Anyway, I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day and week, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Mwah! Bye lovelies.